Hi guys, and welcome to Dial It Up. It's been a while since I've been able to get an episode out, and I'm actually going to talk about why. On June 26th, a ruling came down in the WES that kind of threw a huge wrench into a lot of things. I've mentioned before that as this game evolves and continues to grow and to keep up with itself, that a lot of rules are going to have to change along the way. Now, usually when that sort of thing happens, there's a notice, some kind of announcement. We expect it to happen with a new player's guide, a new rule book, that sort of thing. This particular rule was very quiet, and if I hadn't been looking, I wouldn't have caught it. And it changes a lot of things, actually. Without further ado, I'm going to show you what this particular rule was. Now, this is in response to someone who was asking how the bulldozer works with Justice's special power telekinetic blast. And the response was, while characters may use any powers and abilities through any source available to them, the combination of effects which alter or add effects to the use of a standard power or ability only do so if they share the same source, unless the effect specifies otherwise. For those of you that have been following the show, you'll know that back at about episode 3 or 4, I actually did an entire episode on the original ruling on this, and that was that game effects coming from multiple sources, the dial takes precedence, and you always have to go with the dial first. There was no choice in that. It was, if you already had the power, you couldn't get it from any other source. Now that ruling is that if you are getting a power from multiple sources, you get to choose which one you get to take. Why this is huge is that there's so many things out there, relic, resources, other characters that are giving you special powers, special editions of these regular powers. And prime example, anybody that has poison and gets a construct from the Red Lantern, now you can choose that power character gets penetrating poison. Originally, you couldn't choose that because they already had poison. So this was the ruling that caused me to just be like, you know what, I'm going to take a break from Dial It Up. I'm going to hope that we get a new rule book or a new player's guide, because it's becoming very evident that the rules team, the WizKids rules team on WS, are now responding to rules questions with information that the rest of us don't have, which was making things a little bit difficult for me to do rules tutorials when I'm working on outdated information. So now with this new effect, like I said, I touched on that. When you're getting a game effect, a power, anything from multiple sources, you get to choose which source that's coming from. So if you have the standard version of a power and something else is giving you a nice souped up boosted version of that power, you can go ahead and say you're getting the souped up boosted version of it and not have to rely on the precedence of your dial. So this is a huge change. It's actually, I guess, for the better. It makes a lot of things better team building wise. That's something maybe Jason can touch on in a Metafix episode. But right now, just the plain rules of it is that now, from now on, until this gets changed again, if it gets changed again, if you are getting a power from multiple sources, you choose which one you're getting, and those special powers don't stack. So if you're getting boosted, souped up versions of standard powers from multiple sources, you choose which one. You can't combine them all together. So that was Dial It Up. We do actually now have the part for a camera, so next week you will see all of us back in front of the kitchen for these episodes, and you don't have to worry about seeing us at our computer, which this setup is not really conducive for you guys to be looking up. So hopefully we're going to be back on track with doing Dial It Up. I am going to do my best to keep up with everything on the WS, make annotations, notes wherever they're applicable to see if any of my episodes aren't reliable anymore, which now my episode on multiple game effects is now ignore. That doesn't exist anymore. That's not the current ruling. So that was game effects from multiple sources, and any questions, comments down below, and we'll see you guys next week for another episode of Dial It Up.
Married with Clix is brought to you by Majestic's Heroclix sales down in Costa Mesa, California. Right now, they're in the middle of a storefront change. In the meantime, don't forget to check out their eBay store. If you check the link down below, they always have great Heroclix stuff at fantastic prices, and they'll ship just about anywhere.